Hello, the game has started. It's me to go first. I've got quite a nice rack. I've got the blank and no duplicates, and it's a fairly balanced rack. But the F and the U with the P suggest maybe not a bingo. But I'm going to quickly run through the alphabet and see if something comes to mind. Nothing immediately came to mind when I saw the rack, and sometimes words do jump into your head. So I have the full ending, but epic full not good. P is a bit of a bingo killer. Sorry, F is a bingo killer. Fur piece onto an E. Okay, so I'm not seeing anything. How to sort the rack out? Well, I guess Fusi gets rid of all the problem tiles, leaves a decent rack leave. And that's pretty good. I'm sure I have a ton of bingos here. And do I have anything down from the U? So I've got the up prefix. That's been taken out. Lunch takes a C and a G in front, but I have a double lane with the L of lunch, which is going to outscore any triple word square play. So this rack plus an L. Well, what about peddler? Yep, that's 90 points. I think predella would also have been good, but I didn't want to waste time. Now, through a D, I would have geekdoms. Can't see a 7. But again, this is a pretty good balanced rack. I'm wondering if I have anything in column 8. Well, opponent takes that out. But it's fine because my K can go above ED, so I have keg. Do I have anything more epic? Wem is good. I guess a 5-letter play above Bowit would probably score best. Well, I'm not seeing anything which works. Well, I do have Mokes, but I was looking for something which could have put a high scoring tile on this double letter square. So I have Moke, keeping GES. That scores 39 points. And Moke takes an S in front, which I have. Keg, 31. Yeah, I think I'll go with Moke for 39 points. I have Dengs and Unedges. And I'm not sure there are any 7-letter lanes ending in S. But I have Unedges and Utah in row C. That remains available. But do I have anything better in row A? Well, very close. If Grob were good, I would. But I certainly don't. So I think it's just Unedges here for 73. Well, let me just pause. Have I considered plays through the R? Well, even if there were such a play, I don't think it would massively outscore unedges. So unedges for 73. Another pretty good pickup. Again, I can't immediately see a bingo, but there could be an 8, and it's certainly a tractable rack if I don't have a bingo. Vary is good. V-A-I-R-Y. Still 1p to come for prob, and I don't think anything else goes in front of rob. A play of Ivy would leave a fairly balanced rack. Lunch takes nothing after it, fuse side takes nothing after it, and I think that's causing all of the action to take place in the top of the board. Great, opponent scores less than 30 points and kills row A. What can I do? My Y can go above the E. I don't really want to do that because a lot of tiles go in front of YE. "15 minutes on my clock." So what about playing Vary down here? 31 points, which is a good score. I'm turning over tiles, which I want to do. I'm ahead. There's a blank out there. And Vary does not allow a play in row H because V takes nothing in front. I'm going with this. I have Dartling in column 4. But that could well be blocked. Opponent often plays using openings you've just created. But if he does play down column 4, there could be a floating vowel. So what floating vowels assist? Certainly the A for Dartling. The E, I think Tringled is good, but the E wouldn't be in the right place. Wow, Dartling remains available. Nice bingo by my opponent. I now do have Tringled, although it may not be good. Tringled may only take an S. Yeah. So is there an anagram? Don't think so. Dartling has merit anyway, because Syringe has opened up a couple of hotspots, so by opening up yet more, I am helping to guarantee that I will have a good scoring spot next go. The only danger of Dartling is really a triple-triple, or indeed any bingo which wouldn't otherwise have been available. But with a lead of 80 points, and just about to rack up another 80, I think this is the right thing to do. Well, my run of good racks comes to an end. I do have Chi on my rack, so I have cheese in column 14, but that will be sticking a Q next to the triple word square with 4 eyes to come. But look at this, I have the eye of Syringe and the eye of Dartling to play my Q, and in both of those spots I can play it both ways. Back-to-back bingos for my opponent, but I'm going to be able to maintain my lead. I think. Yes, I am ahead. So Chi for 44. Can I do better than that? It might be thought better to play in column 3 to take out the triple-triple threat, but I think it's more of a threat, a 4-letter play, maybe with the beginning ZI, so I prefer to play here. Chi for 44. Well, not a bingo, but I do have scoring tiles in the W and the M, and the scoring tiles generally go well with vowels. I note that the blank is still out there, and there are bingo lanes on this board. It may be time to do something about the floaters in Dartling. So I could play Moa, My, On and Ag. That wouldn't be creating any new lanes. Now, do I have a 5-letter play with W or M above the first E of edges? Don't think so. Nice score by my opponent. So he only trails by a bingo, and there are 17 tiles including the blank to come, and opponent has opened a new bingo lane. Well, I can do something about this. I can play War Game for 39, which is a good score. It takes D, R and S. No Ds to come, no Rs to come, only one S. And it forces opponent to bingo in row N, which would open up the bottom right triple word square. So this move is actually less dangerous than I originally thought, primarily due to the lack of Ds and Rs. So War Game for 39. That's quite nice. I have the X, so I should be able to score quite well with it. Fairly open board. And now only 11 tiles left, and if opponent bingos, there'll be just 4 in the bag. My X does not go above this E, unfortunately. So I'm not seeing any X spots next to vowels. Great, opponent takes out that bingo lane. Now let me consider what OS scores. 48 points. Quite tempting. Very tempting because there aren't any fabulous X spots. Well, let me pause because Dialist has opened up column 15. So surely the thing to do is to stick my S on the end of that. So I have taxes, which keeps double O. Is there a way of burning one of the O's? It's interesting how sometimes really hot bingo lanes in broad daylight can elude you, or elude you for a while. So I'm just looking for a play with the X and the O. I have Texas and taxes. Tox is not good. Well, I'm not seeing such a play. What about a play beginning S with X and O? Not seeing it, so I think it is taxes for 49. Yeah. Well, that could have been worse. I dodged the final O. Just 3 tiles in the bag. Nice score for my opponent. Now, has he provided something for me? My H can go above AG. There are no tiles left. Opponent's got 5 on his rack. He's got the blank. Can he go out? Well, let me first consider what I can score. So I have hail. Do I have anything better? That would keep OOU, which is not great. I can't go out in 1, but hail is going to score a lot. 28 points. I'm sorry, a lot more than that. About 50 points, and that's what's drawing me to it. I can't see anything which plays from the left, so I'm going with this. Can't see anything beginning H, O, O, or H, O, A. Hail for 50. Now, opponent can go out. He has Juliet in column 11, but it's not going to be enough for him. And he also has jitter and tri-jet in row K, so I would have been unable to block him. Probably should have gone through that process before making my play, but it certainly wouldn't have altered the result of the game. Look at this, still 9 minutes on my clock and 15 on my opponent's. This has been a really fast game. Now I'm just wondering if I should give some thought as to what to do if opponent doesn't go out, and I guess I should. My O can go between G and X, but that's just playing off one tile. 13 points though. The war game hook, which worried me so much, never got taken. Through a Z I would have Uzo. Well, that doesn't work. Z something R, no such words. Either O or U can go after Y, but I can't get that to score twice. R only takes an E after it. Wow, opponent does not go out. Interesting. Well, maybe he's got just calculated that he can score more by going out in 2. He's retained the blank. Or maybe he's going to go out in 3. Maybe it's war games next time, and then something else. Well, it's still not going to be enough. Now, if the opponent plays Oz, do I have an out with OU? I surely do. I have out. That's certainly an out. I have U for 8. Where else can I go out? Not really saying anywhere. Well, opponent does go out, doesn't play war games. And the final score, 414 to my opponent, 524 for me, a winning margin of 110 points, so a huge, huge win. Let's see what I missed. It was me to go first. There was no bingo. Pafui slightly better than my play because the C a better tile than the P. Opponent plays lunch. I now have a ton of bingos. The best scoring 90. Opponent's rack plays Bowet. And now I play Moke for 44. Or do I? No, I don't, because I don't play it in this position. I play it to the left for 5 fewer points, so a few points dropped there. Opponent's rack plays 4, and now I have unedges, which would not have been available had I played Moke to the right. Opponent plays Vet, and now I have Vary for 31, and that looks best. Nice rack for my opponent, a choice of bingos. Plays Syringe. And fortunately for me, with only one vowel, I do have a bingo, Dartling. Great back-to-back bingos for my opponent with Dialist. So now I lead by about 70. And I have Chi for 44, 2 more points available had I played it down the bottom, but I didn't want to leave that double letter square available. Opponent plays Zinco, so again it's just a bingo behind. And now I play War Game for 39, but B10. Mare was available for 48, but Mare is a more a much more volatile play because it opens up a bingo lane, it leaves the triple lane available, and the remaining tiles do have some bingo potential with a blank, an S and 3 E's, so I still like my play. It is only 9 points worse than Mare. O and OW probably fairly comparable as rack leaves. So I play Wargame. Opponent plays Apo. And now I have Taxes and Texas. There was no play with an O in that spot. Opponent plays Beano. And now I'm 100 points ahead and opponent has only 5 tiles. So I'm assured of the victory. I play Hail, but Halo also available, keeping IOU. Just scanning the board in case there's an out with IOU, but I'm not seeing it. And Holo also available, in which case I would have had A2 in row K, so I think Holo probably the play. Opponent does have a ton of outs, which he doesn't take. Plays Jeté, which may be best. I play Gox for 13. Opponent plays Is and goes out. So absolutely cracking game, played at a pretty fast pace, and both of us over 400 with myself over 500. So a high scoring game, lots of bingos, and the play spreading out to pretty much all 4 corners, so all good fun. I hope you enjoyed watching that game, and I will see you next time.